This week from the internet, Baby got pack? The Hasbro Plasma series Spengler's Proton pack passes 7,000 backers and is officially funded. But if collectors don't reach that first stretch goal, we are totally hosed. Or not hosed, I guess. Plus, NECA springs a leak. Fans bet the farm on a mystery Walmart listing, and Playmates does what Playmates does best. That's right, more Ninja Turtle re-releases. All this and more this week on the Reluctant Adult Podcast. Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who's got a little devil on his shoulder, Bill.
Hi, everyone. Yes. I'm sporting the new accessory for 2021.
Those shoulder, what is it? Shoulder pets or something? That's a thing that
yes.
every company seems to be trying to make happen. Disney has little baby Yodas you can throw up there with a magnet system.
Right. They got some of those creatures from Avatar. You can do the same thing.
Yeah.
Star Wars does the monkey lizard. Yeah.
Do people really want to walk around with a creature on their shoulder? Is this supposed to be like a pirate with a parrot up there? I don't really get it personally.
I don't know. Do you imagine if that was like a status symbol, like you walking around with something on your shoulder at any given point?
Oh, he's got that on his shoulder. Oh, look at him. He's fancy pants.
So fancy.
So last week we talked about Boglins. Did you get just him? Did you get other ones?
I got Blobkin and Bogabones.
Bogabones. So
this is Bogabones.
Bogabones. He looks like a skeleton.
Yes, he does. They glow in the dark.
Does your hand fit in there? Can you manipulate him a little bit?
Of course.
So you said you didn't have the original. Oh, his eyes wink? You can get his eyes to wink?
Yeah, he's got some
open it up
winky.
A little bit. Oh, I like it.
He's got the mouth.
The mouth is good, sure.
I don't know.
That was a quality product.
The kids were terrified of him, but yes, he can wink. He can move his eyes back and forth. He can talk.
I don't know why I haven't ordered mine yet, but I think I need to hop on it because
now's the time.
Does it smell?
No.
No. See, that was part of the charm of the original, that it smelled disgusting just because of the plastic.
This guy doesn't smell disgusting.
No.
He's a friend.
Well, there you go.
He's a friend. Kids absolutely adore him.
That's great.
They just call him that monster.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of monsters, real quick, I picked this one up I showed you. It was Stretch Monster.
Yes. These
and
they're rip-offs of the Gujitsu guys.
Yes, there's three of them.
Blatantly so. Even the packaging reminiscent of Gujitsu.
So this is from a company called Jaru.
Right here in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yes. And the fun thing about this guy is he's completely stretchable, so including the head.
Oh, so the head is not hard plastic.
The head is not hard plastic. He is 100%. But the bad part is the paint flecks right off.
Well, sure.
But you can do some fun stuff and then just kind of shake him back to it.
He's more of a Stretch Armstrong situation where he's not filled with goo. He's got like the cornstarch inside him.
This almost feels like it's a kinetic sand type composition to it. But you can just kind of like take him and just
take out your anger on him.
Oh, Stretch Monster! Look what I've done to him.
Had a bad day at the office. Stretch
Monster.
Yes,
he might come to the office. Stretch Monster.
Mm-hmm. That's nice. And you found him at one of your local chains that I've never even heard of.
Correct. So Ocean State Job Lot, closeout items, and they don't really have a great toy selection. It's kind of like if you were to go into like a CVS and they don't have the best toy selection, but you go to Walgreens and they have a better toy selection.
Sure.
Is this like you've got Ollie's?
Is this chain
new they've been
to
around.
The area?
No, they've been around for a while.
I don't remember them. I lived there most of my life.
Yeah, no, they did a lot of business down at the Cape.
Okay.
And then they just kind of popped up from there. But they're decent. You want to get like pool supplies or bird seed on the cheap, then Ocean State's your They've got a large selection of LED lights, rugs, etc.
That's very. Oh, what you drinking tonight?
Water. Out of
a stein.
Emerson Hospital birthing cup. Yes.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Is that what you came home in? I was born there. They brought me home in a stocking, like a Christmas stocking.
This is the swag that we got for having a kid.
Cool.
Yeah. We got 2 of them.
Probably cost the insurance like $17,000 for that mug.
I made sure it was filled with plenty of ice chips.
We can't go any further without mentioning the shirt you're wearing. That's the Loot Crate. You finally found the reason to wear it, other than going out in traffic at night.
Right after my costume last week, I was like, what can I wear next?
How do you top
what
that?
Fits in? How do you top that? And it's like, well, of course, this piece of crap shirt.
You should wear that every week. let's I'm gonna wear mine next week. We'll just wear those forever.
There we go.
That'll be part of the show.
The official shirt.
Until NECA recognizes us as an official sponsor. We're just going to wear their shirt until there's holes. They're going to come 3 weeks later. There's just going to be giant holes everywhere.
Yeah, of course. I'll have my wife put it in the laundry and be like, did you put this on delicate? She's like, no, I just put it on normal. And I was like, it's absolutely nothing. It's threadbare.
You got to hand wash that. That's not going to survive.
Yeah, no kidding. Top
story this week. We're getting a Proton back. We did it.
We did it, everybody. That is awesome easy. News.
Pretty quick. Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of like watching paint dry, getting through that last 1,000. I was like, could this go any slower?
So now the goal was 7,000 just to get the thing made. We're almost at 7,500. Is it 9,000 we got to get to for the first stretch goal?
Right, for tier 1 or whatever they're calling it. Yes.
So let's talk about that. This is the hose, which probably should have just come with it.
Oh, sure.
The fact that they made this a stretch goal. Okay. But it's going to happen. There's no way that with 40 something days left to go that this doesn't happen. But the hose is very cool. It's not just a hose. It's going to connect right to the Neutrona. Okay. Before we go any further, we were mispronouncing the name of the wand so bad.
Oh, really?
I was editing the show and I was doing the closed captions and I'm like, this is how you spell it. So the word is neutron plus A. So it's Neutrona, not Neutrino, which I think we are too used to the characters from Ninja Turtles cartoon, the aliens, the neutrinos or whatever.
I mean, I think I've always pronounced it neutrino.
Yeah.
So,
but it ends in an A, so it's Neutrona. Let's just call it the wand. We'll call it the gun.
Yeah.
Ghostbuster gun. Anyway, it's gonna plug right in to your.
I always call it the particle thrower. That's what you need to
even
call
better. We're gonna call it the particle
easier,
thrower.
right? Just call it the particle thrower.
The PT, good old PT. So it's gonna plug right into the PT, and it's gonna replace the battery component in the PT. So you can power your PT from your PP. That doesn't sound right.
No,
from your back.
Not at all. Yeah.
So that's good. It's not clear if you turn on your particle thrower that it's going to turn on your Proton pack. That is yet to been revealed. There was a fellow who works on this Hasbro team that's been posting on one of the Facebook groups. These Facebook groups just sprung up overnight. These Hasbro,
they're wild. It's a very dedicated.
Like 3 of them.
It's kind of alarming, and it's kind of like these people are like, you're doing it wrong. It's like I hate to use the word like I don't know.
Do it.
They're like they're like the gatekeepers.
Oh, they're gatekeeping, but they're gatekeeping to Hasbro, who's making the product, which is But this guy is on the team. He wanted, because they started being like, this doesn't look like it's 1-to-1, and they use that image that was clearly photoshopped. They had it on a female model. Hasbro had to come out and say they now have these pack facts, which is something that if you go to the page on Hasbro Pulse, pack fact number 1, the Proton pack we're making is really 1-to-1 scale to the movie prop. Yes, really, to the movie. But there was some concern that the packs were somehow smaller in this new movie, but not the case. It's supposed to be the pack from the original movie. It's just like it's aged, and this is what it looks like now.
Yeah, shrank just like everyone shrinks when they get older.
Everybody shrinks. Yeah, it's made. It's an unlicensed nuclear reactor. Yeah. It's got to have some shrinkage. That's just how science works. But no, so it's gonna be big. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about any of this. I trust Hasbro. Pack fact number 2: the Proton pack has been designed by our awesome product designers and engineers to be compatible with the Alice system LC1 field pack frame and includes connector hardware. So if you already have your Alice frame, you should be good. I don't know if there is a specific model. It says LC1 field pack. I don't know if the one I got.
You should be fine because the one on Amazon is currently the #1 product in backpack frames in that category.
This is the one that I got from Amazon. See, it works perfect with the Spirit pack. It like fits right on there.
Yes, it does. There you go.
So
look at that.
It's just beautiful. It really complements it nicely.
Yeah, throw that thing in the trash in a year and a half.
No, I'll just give it to my kid.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I still like it. I don't know. It's nice. It's light, although this one is probably going to be light. That's one of the selling points that they say it's lightweight.
Oh, it'd have to be. I mean, the packs that my cousins made, about 50 pounds a piece. They're heavy.
Yeah.
So any opportunity to cut a lot of that weight down.
I don't want it to be too light, though. I want it to have some heft to it. So that's happening. How many days? 36 days. So we got a month left. We're going to get to that first stretch goal. I feel like we're going to get all of them once they start unveiling things. Although this first stretch goal is kind of lame. Like you get stickers. Whoa. So you can in theory turn it into a Ghostbusters 1 Proton pack because these are stickers more accurate to that movie.
Right. So with that in mind, are we saying that the stickers will not be applied when it arrives?
No, you get like a sheet of them.
You do, but so it comes with the images that it shows now is the aged pack.
Right.
So you have to apply those stickers.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to apply those stickers.
Right. Nobody's going to do that. Yeah.
I might.
Oh. Not unless you can buy a second sheet. Like I need to keep this because it's even branded. It's got the khaki like left column that all of the packaging has.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to buy 2 packs. I'm gonna buy 2 packs.
If you were gonna buy 2 packs, you should have done it right away to get the extra slime.
I don't really care, but I got the extra slime on 1 pack. I don't need it on both.
Yeah, but you could sell it. You could pay for probably half your backpack. Yeah.
Yes, half my PP.
Have your PP. Can you think we can make that catch on? Probably not.
I'd hope not.
Let's hope not.
Is this PP 1-to-1 scale? I don't know.
Yeah. Well. So that's very exciting.
This is low brow tonight.
Nah, listen. The other, I feel, big story this week is that NECA unofficially revealed the Farmhouse Set for their Ninja Turtles movie line. I don't know how this got leaked, but NECA tweeted, "And on our farm, we had a leak, E-I-E-I-O." Right. Yeah, so this was supposed to be revealed on Turtle Tuesday this upcoming week. But you got Casey, you got April in their farm duds. You pointed out that it looks like Casey is packing down there.
He's got
sweatpants.
More than just his golf club and his cricket bat. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the crumpet too.
Yeah. He comes with Gatorade, which is nice because I can't find Gatorade in real life. So at least my toys can have Gatorade.
There you go.
Now
she's got the updated knees.
Yeah, she got the updated knees. I have not found April. Well, I didn't pre-order her. She has not been found in Walmart yet. I haven't found Ultimate Casey. Do I need this set? Should I just get this set and not worry about the single releases?
Well, realistically, with this set, you can pop the head off of the Casey and put it onto your Casey Jones that you have already.
True.
So why would you need the Ultimate Casey?
I guess just because the arms look better.
The arms have that better articulation, or that
but it's not. So it's not like it's better from a visual standpoint, but it's like in functionality, you don't get as much bend out of it.
I don't see any turtle product in my area at all.
Not for Walmart. Not the movie
Not for
stuff.
Walmart.
No.
So inconsistent, and then you can't find it on their website.
No, I don't even. That's not even an option.
Better luck finding a PlayStation 5 than that.
Yeah, explain. All right, so you got one this week. Explain this whole process, because I am so checked out of video games. Like I've heard people talking that it's hard to get them. It's like, does anyone even have them? Are they making games for the system that nobody owns?
So a quick little thing. So my brother's still into video games. That's his big focus. He loves them. PlayStation 5 came out last year. It was the holiday gift to get. This year, they're still hard to find. Walmart's been kind of trickling out some stock here and there. The next stock was supposed to be Friday at 3. Was it the 5th? Mm-hmm. So I knew about it. I hopped on my phone. I hopped on the computer. The computer was acting slow, of course. I get on my phone. I go onto the app. I didn't use the website. I went on the app. I went right at 3 o'clock, typed in PS5, clicked on the console link, and it immediately put me into a queue line, almost similar to like a Disney ride.
Uh-huh.
So I had 20 minutes before I could check out, and that was if there was still stock remaining.
Mm.
So fortunately, on my end of things, the timer kind of counted down. So at the 10-minute mark, it automatically added it to my cart, and I immediately paid for it.
Mm-hmm.
However, other people were having experiences where they were at the 20-minute mark, and then it started adding additional time to it. So I paid for it. I got it. I made sure I got my email confirmation. And then I went back in to see how long the queue line was. 165 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild. And I think it bumped up to 205, and then it sold out. So anyone who was kind of still waiting was out of luck.
Sure.
But over and done with, which is great.
Is this just because of that worldwide shortage on computer chips?
I think
this is so hard to find.
Yeah. They're just tough to find.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't care. The
last
system I bought was the original Wii.
There you go.
That just shows you that it's been a while.
My poor brother's had a copy of a video game that he's wanted to play for a year now. He finally gets to play it.
That's so sad. You have the game,
isn't it? Yeah, he bought the game because it had like DLC and everything like that. Yeah. He's like, I'll find a PS5 eventually in the stores, and it never happened.
No.
So that was that. It was good. It was nice.
Nice. Well, if you find another one, sell it and give me the money. That's actually what I would like better.
Of course. Yeah. I'll give you the difference.
Yeah. Also related to NECA, this week they dropped 2 new sets on the NECA store.
Yep.
We talked about that last week. Did they sell out, or did NECA just pull them down because it was getting embarrassing?
I think they pulled them down eventually, and now they're being found in stores. So. Oh,
okay. So they shipped them off to Target.
They did.
So if you follow any of the NECA Turtle Facebook groups or any action figure Facebook groups, people were almost mad that these didn't sell out. Like they obviously wanted them, but then they're like, well, these should be sold out so that mine are worth more. It's like,
right.
NECA really can't win. They finally figure out the correct number of toys to make that everybody can get one, and people are still upset with them.
Right. It took me, a lot of this pre-ordering and social media and fan interaction, it's really bringing out a lot of the negativity in the community. Like, nobody's ever happy with anything. And we're going to touch base with the Rancor HasLab in a second. But yeah, it took me an hour to order those. You got them right away, and I'm there on my phone. You told me don't go on your computer, just order them over the phone. I ended up getting them through the desktop as opposed to the phone. And I could have just waited because... Yeah,
there was no rush.
No. But, at the time, you're like, these are going to sell out. These are going to sell out.
Of course. That's how it's been.
And then they don't.
No. Well, it started with the newsroom set this past year where it didn't sell out right away. It sold out within the day, but still it wasn't an immediate thing. Like everything else has been. Everything else.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know if there's less demand. They're making more product, a combination of the two. These were two fun sets. I was excited to get them. So maybe it's a thing where people are tired of giving their money to NECA and then waiting. Like we gave them a lot of money. Was it even at the end of last year? We're still waiting on all those pre-orders.
I think it started it was still this year. It started in the spring. Yeah. Started with the Pizza Monster, and then I think we're not waiting for a lot. We're waiting for, I think, 5 sets.
Maybe that's a lot. I mean, it's like
I think you're waiting for 5 sets. I'm waiting for 4 sets.
I mean, if you bought all of those, and some people bought multiple, it could be over $1,000 worth of product you're waiting for that you've already paid for. It's not a pre-order situation like other sites.
It's just wild that these 2 sets are coming out sooner than the sets that we pre-ordered back in the spring.
And I'm sure it's one of those situations where it's stuck on a boat somewhere, and it's just,
of course,
the NECA already has the money, so why would they pay extra to get it bumped up?
Yeah,
it's just we just gotta wait.
But
at least we're getting something for the holiday season in Target.
Yeah,
but we should.
I think this might be it for me. I don't know. We'll have to see.
For all of it, or the cartoon line?
The cartoon line.
Yeah.
This might be my bow out. We'll see.
I say that.
We'll see what they have to offer. I know, but we'll have to see what they have. Maybe so they did tease Toka and Razar, so maybe those 2, and then that'll be it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what else they do. I think they can pull something out of their sleeve.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of the toys that we had. Like, did they already do that pizza chef guy? Did they make
Pizza
him?
Face? No,
is that him?
No, they haven't made him. Yeah, it's Pizza
Face. I think he would be fun.
Okay.
There's a ton. I don't know. I'm at this point I've learned never to say never with these, because I didn't like the style. You got stretchy guy. You're feeling the anger over this NECA line.
The kids love this guy. I gotta tell you, it's like the most fun. Best $4 I spent. I gotta go get more.
That's a good deal. Fujitsu are like $10, I think. So
they are, and they got the firm heads, but this guy is just like, you can manipulate his jaw and everything else. Perfect.
Very fun. Just finishing up on NECA, they sent out this email that they always send out now with the shipping updates, and everything is Q4 now. Q4. It's gonna
be a wild quarter.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if it's just one of those things where they don't want to push it to 2022, so they're just gonna keep saying Q4 until December 31st, and then it's like, whoops, sorry.
Uh-oh.
But I think we all sort of get it by now. I don't think anybody's too mad. If you are, you can get a refund, probably. Someone else will buy that product.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, like you said, it could be a very very Merry Christmas if all of that product ships in the next month or so. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yikes. I got a lot of stuff coming that theoretically could come before the end of the year.
Oh. Yeah.
Including that Power Rangers 12-inch set that I got.
Oh, exciting.
Like a few of those shipped from Sideshow, but I haven't really heard of anyone else getting it. So I don't know how Sideshow got those early sets before even Hasbro Pulse got theirs.
What did I see on your desk? Did you get one of the ghosts for the Freight Features line?
Yeah, so from Amazon, they had Slimer and they had Stay Puft.
Sure.
So I picked
very
those
nice.
up.
Yes.
They're fun. I like them. I like the packaging. I opened the first one I got, which was Egon, but I've kept everyone else on the card, so I feel like that's how I'm going to collect these. Just going to keep them on the card.
Mine came in a mailer, so it was bent to hell. So I was like, I want to open this guy up. He's fun. He's got like this. It's definitely like a Happy Meal toy feel to it. The plastic,
no good.
But his freight feature is cool. He pops up. There he goes. Got that Granny Gross mouth. Remember Granny Gross?
Oh, sure.
Swings down. Speaking of which, they did series 2 of those Stranger Things Fright feature figures.
What a wacky line. So these are made by Bandai?
Those. They are.
I saw them in stores. I don't think they're doing too well because they're a little expensive for what they are.
Yeah, I'll wait for those to get marked down, but
very clever in that it's emulating the original Kenner Ghostbusters Fright Features toys.
Yes.
Like the series 2 has one of the kids where his head pops up. He's like got a bandana here, and then his head pops up, like, which is what was it? Winston? No, Ray did that. He was like in a. Maybe I'm
Ray had the goggles.
Too.
Ray had the goggles, but no, Winston definitely had. You'd push his arm down, and you'd have articulation at the jaw.
Right,
and so that would like pop up.
Yeah.
Yes.
So such a weird line that, Bandai didn't make Ghostbusters, so it's sort of weird. But it's like Ghostbusters exists in the Stranger Things universe because they have those McFarlane figures.
It does.
What
are these, 15 a piece? It's too much money.
It's too much money. They're very small.
Yeah.
The packaging is not reminiscent of the Kenner Ghostbusters. Like, I guess they couldn't take it that far.
No, the character animation's a little close to it, but not quite.
Yeah, no.
If these go 50% off, I'll bite, but only if they go 50%.
Yeah, I don't even know that I need to have them. It's fun that they exist.
Yeah, like I said, 50%.
50%. Yeah, I think it'll get there. Well, could you do buy one get one 50% off right now during the
that's a good question. Sale? I don't think those are
qualify.
Included.
No.
There's a very limited sale, and there was absolutely nothing available.
I think it's not. I don't think it's too limited. It's just everything in the actual action figure aisle, not in the collector section.
Okay. Well, here's what there was no Star Wars. No, there was some Star Wars, but here's what happened. They had the Vulture, the deluxe Build-A-Figure one. You can only pick it up in the store, so you couldn't. I think it was just the buy one get one half off was a app coupon, because I went in and it was just 25% off select toys in the stores.
No, it worked for me in store because I got
the
new Plasma series. I got 2 of the kids.
Okay.
You got to bring them up and see if it works.
I can't even get to a Target right now.
What were you saying? The Vulture series for what? Marvel Legends?
Marvel Legends, the Vulture figure from Homecoming. They released.
Oh, like
released him,
the deluxe version,
the Build-A-Figure.
But he's released as his own SKU. Now.
He's released as his own SKU now. Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I picked up the 2 current WWE Ultimate figures, The Rock, like more current day Rock, and John Cena. But then they also had Rogue and Gambit on the website for some reason.
And
it said 1 in stock, but they're still on there, so I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, I still say 1 in stock.
I picked those up too because I really like those figures. I wanted another set to open, so we'll see if they show up. I don't know why those are hanging around on there.
Well, that was what the Alan Grant figure was 1 in stock, and I ordered one, and then I sent you the link, and it also said 1 in stock. So I think that's just something Target does.
It just makes you have to buy it right at
it gives you a false sense of FOMO. You're like, oh my god, there's only one. I've got to get. It's a really good technique there.
So like all of the Marvel Legends stuff is included in this.
Yes.
So you could get the Eternal figures for cheaper, or you could go on Amazon this past week, and they were real cheap. And you sent me a link to this fella, Searcher.
Searcher.
Check this guy out.
He was $33. Yes.
He was like $20 off, like almost 50%.
That's a good figure to have.
Much bigger than I thought he was going to be. I'm going to keep him in the box because you can see him real nice. And he's very crispy. They did a really nice job with the sculpt and the paint applications on that. So
a figure like that, it's good because he uses a lot of translucent colors. But with translucent figures, it often shows the articulation, the internal like
Right.
pegs,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't like. But that figure, you can't really tell because of the shading that they used.
I never saw that figure in stores. Was it in stores?
It was. I picked up mine in store.
Mm. Yeah, I never saw any of this stuff in my stores.
Yeah.
I found the Happy Hogan set last week on clearance. It's like
It's all going to show up at Ollie's
That's fine.
in a year.
That's fine.
That's where it's all going to be.
I'm going to start going to Ollie's every day because you never know what you're going to find at Ollie's. That should be their slogan. You never know what you're going to find here. We don't even know.
We don't even know. Don't ask.
Don't ask. We don't know anything.
Don't ask. We don't know.
So we started out the show talking about the Hasbro Proton pack, which has been successful. It is funded. Yes. Now we're working on the stretch goals. One of the other Hasbro HasLab projects is the Rancor from the Star Wars 6-inch Black Series line. Give us an update on where we are with that. We had some news this week for that figure.
So that one has been trudging along very slowly. A lot of people saying they should not have released so many HasLab projects at once. Because obviously people vote with their dollar.
Sure.
And, some people like to collect every line. So as of now, which I cannot open Hasbro Pulse because it says Hasbro, and it's bro. There ain't no pro in Hasbro.
We are at 4,632 backers. So
it met its halfway mark.
Yeah, it's halfway with 30 days.
The goal for funding is 9,000. Yep. They had a Fan First Friday, which they revealed the first stretch goal, which was a repackaged Gamorrean guard in the Power of the Force card back with coin.
Yeah.
And people lost it.
They're super excited about that, right?
Oh, they're so excited. They can't believe that they repackaged a figure for a HasLab project and offered it as tier 1.
To be fair to Hasbro, it's a hard to find figure.
Yes. It was an exclusive figure before.
If you're going to have a Rancor, you got to have a Gamorrean guard for him to eat.
You do.
Right?
You do.
I mean, it just makes sense. This is one of 4 potential stretch goals. They must feel confident it's going to hit this first stretch goal. I'm hoping. I have no proof of this, but there's going to be something even more desirable further down the line.
There
stretch
has
goal
to be.
2, 3, 4. So they want you to spend that money. They want more backers. So why give it all away at stretch goal number 1?
Right.
But we'll see.
So yes, they had this Fan First Friday. They revealed that first stretch goal. They also had a hard copy of the figure, which they showed off some of the articulation, and then that they're using different materials for the body and arms. So the body and torso are going to have a real feel skin to them.
They listened to me.
They did.
They
said
knew
Paul really
it was important.
Really wants this thing to feel like a creature.
Yeah.
But this thing's getting a lot of hate. I mean, a lot of people are just very vocal about not seeing a painted product.
Yeah.
Not getting it. So Jabba's sail barge had no stretch goals. It was just here's our first.
That was the first
foray into the crowdfunding world. This is what you get. I think halfway through they sent everybody who backed it a little behind the scenes booklet. Mm-hmm. They included a yak face figure, and then they included the cannons that go on the side of the barge itself. Mm-hmm. Unicron didn't have any stretch goals either. I had to look into that.
Did that immediately get funded, though, or did it take a little bit?
That was the one that they extended.
Oh, okay.
Remember that? They extended it about a month for whatever reason. And then, was that one before or after Cookie Monster?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Cookie Monster.
Don't talk about Sydney around here.
It never happens. Sydney, that's his real name, right? Yeah. Ridiculous. Wait, hold on. But before we go any further, I brought up the Gamorrean Guard, and I just need to mention this before I forget. Did you see the trailer for the new Boba Fett series?
I did.
Okay. Why are the Gamorrean Guards thin all of a sudden? Is it because they didn't have enough to eat after Jabba died? But like all of them, even in the Mandalorian, the ones that were boxing, but like the ones that were behind Boba Fett in Jabba's palace, like they got in shape. Did he put them on an exercise program or something?
I really gotta wonder what they did different, because I mean, obviously makeup and prosthetics have come a long way. So if you look at those Gamorrean guards from back then, they probably had a lot of padding around the leg, to make them look filled out. But yeah, they definitely look like they're in shape. Like Boba Fett is like, you guys need to get in shape. Here's a gym membership.
Yeah, they're looking kind of hot. They're gonna release like a calendar of the Gamorrean guards working out.
Calendar. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. All right,
sweating to the Max Rebo band.
There we go. We need to do our own like Robot Chicken spin-off to explain that.
There we go. Yes.
All right. So back to the Rancor, the serious business. But you're saying people aren't there. They expect more. They think Hasbro is slow playing this. They think Hasbro is just taking it for granted that it's going to get funded and not.
It's going to get of course it's going to get funded. We can just trickle stuff out as needed. We'll show. What does it have left? 35 days.
I think 30 days.
Really?
Yeah, 30 days. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's no doubt that it's going to get funded at its base amount. Like it'll hit the 9,000 without an issue.
I mean, there's some doubt.
There is? I don't think there is.
I mean, what are people waiting for?
Well, you remember with Galactus, it was like, and they were like, oh, I really don't. And then all of a sudden it blew up.
You know, did they reveal more stuff, or like what happened there that made it?
I bet they'll reveal another. So what they got? So 30 days left, so a little over 4 weeks. I bet they'll put out a painted version next week, and then they'll start adding the additional stretch goals. So the Proton pack hit its goal, and they immediately put the tier 1 stretch goal out there.
Yeah,
like that. It was like, here's your stickers and here's your hose.
Your hose. The stickers, they're not just like paper. They're like a metal, right?
Yeah, they're foil.
Yeah,
like
so
a foil
they're nicer.
Sticker.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. It's because it's sort, it's not the best stretch goal anyway. But it's when you say here's some stickers. That sounds like
stickers
extra cheap, like Ghostbuster theme stickers. It's like that you would get out of like the quarter machines. Like, I got a Ghostbuster sticker. Nice.
Oh yes.
I only paid $400 for that. That's great.
Oh, those were great. Do you remember those? There's the sticker Gumball Machine where you had
of course.
Yes.
My favorite was the one that had the chicken in there, and the chicken would lay the egg. Did you ever see that?
Oh yes.
Yeah. Oh, hours of fun. If you had enough.
They'd always be holographic stickers. That would be the staple, was the holographic sticker. 50 cents.
That's where the technology was right then.
Yes, it was.
I was always mad that they had like the display that would show you the things you could get. But then you looked through the eggs and like none of that it was in there. Or like none of the good stuff was in there.
Oh.
It's not.
I once saw the gentleman filling the Gumball Machine, and I was like, this guy doesn't look happy.
How do they fill it? They take the top off?
Yeah, the top has a key.
Yeah.
And they unlock the top from the base, and then they just put the goodies.
I've seen the guy restocking the claw machine more than once, and it's very funny because they position them so that like they're stuck. Like they don't just like pile them up so it's easy. Like they definitely have a plan how to put them.
The Ollies had Ghostbusters stuffies in it when we went.
With that old style where it was the guys, but they're like a 2-sided pillow?
No, I still have those, but no, just from Afterlife.
What do they look
had
like?
A crispy Stay Puft.
Ooh.
They had a Muncher. They had regular Stay Puft. They were newer.
They look good, or are they just like pillows.
They didn't look that great. They didn't look like they did when they were in that claw machine with those two-sided. Those were great. Man, I remember hunting those down.
I think I bought my. I don't like. I have a Peter Venkman. I feel like I bought it on eBay. Like that. I didn't even catch it.
I went into that Amherst Walmart and I came out with 4 of them, and I was like, I am the king of the claw machine. I only spent $4.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I'm trying to find mine.
This is.
I really thought I had it in here. And Gizmo, I forgot to take him up. Where you at? Off or not? I can't find him. Oh well. We have the creatures talk for us.
Hello. This is such cringy stuff.
And we're back.
Thanks, Boglin. Thanks, Gizmo.
Someone had an updated listing for that Gizmo. What's it from? Where's that company? Halloween something?
Oh, Trick or Treat Studios?
Yeah. It was in pounds, though. It was 150,000 pounds, or however they do that.
Whatever the conversion is. Okay.
It's $150. But I don't know. Halloween's over. When are those coming out? Next Halloween?
Yeah. No, that's the thing that you have to realize with Trick or Treat Studios. They'll put out the catalog, and then those things won't ship.
You can't even pre-order them. I would think they'd want our money.
No, they don't want your money. They just want to show off their stuff.
They want clout.
Yeah.
This is what we're capable of. Give us your properties. It's the Super 7 Super 7 model.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of them,
yes. Big Bad Toy Store.
Is this an exclusive?
It's exclusive to Big Bad Toy Store, which I did not realize at first.
Okay.
It is Raphael in a fabric trench coat, which is modeled after the Playmates Raphael in a fabric trench coat, which is not the Donatello figure in the plastic trench coat that was very early on. This is like a much later figure.
Okay.
Where they all were released like this.
I did not have this one. I had the Donatello. So any turtle that's ever in a trench coat, immediately I think it's Donatello. But,
no.
All right, so we got
this
Raphael.
was a much later series. So yeah, it's basically Raphael. Both his heads are shown with the hat on, so I don't know if the hat is removable. Okay. I would hope so. I would hope at least one is removable. That'd be pretty upsetting.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a trench coat. He's got the weapons that the Playmates figure came with, but updated. So
he doesn't come with a sprue or anything like that, right? It's just
no, but that figure didn't have that. Okay. He just had yellow versions of these things. He had like a realistic looking pistol, which this figure comes with. It's sort of strange, and like the night vision goggles from Jurassic Park. I know, can't get realistic toy guns anymore. They think someone's gonna run around with a 1/6 scale or 1/12 scale pistol, and like the cops are gonna think it's real. I don't understand this aversion to toy guns and with your figures.
Yeah, you gotta get away from it. Someone's doing something about it. So yeah, this what is it? This is a pre-order. So when will this ship?
Third quarter next year.
Oh my god!
You would think this wouldn't take as long because they already have the mold.
You'd think so,
but
I don't know. I can't get excited for any of the Super 7 product. It's fun to look at, but that's as far as it goes.
Well, I'll tell you what. I got a couple of figures coming either December, January. These wrestling figures. And if I don't like them, that's it for me in Super 7 because I can't. Right, it's too much. It's. I mean, I guess if you order directly from Super 7, I think you have to pay right away. If you order from Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, they don't take your payment until it ships, so you could always cancel it.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. I think some things on Big Bad Toy Store you have to put down a deposit. I don't think that's the case with this like stuff under $100. But Entertainment Earth, you could just order whatever you want, cancel day of. Like, here shipping, I was like, I'm going to cancel. There's no penalty at all. But please don't
As
do
it
that.
should be.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess so, yeah. They're taking on the
but
risk.
yeah, no, it's just there's a lot of stuff, and they just keep churning out more properties, and nothing's coming of it. So,
no. Well, they picked sort of a bad time in the world to try to make stuff out of plastic and ship it over here, because not a lot of stuff is getting through.
No,
I haven't been able to find a bag salad in weeks. That's how bad it is.
Really?
Yeah. They don't even have the plastic to make the bag.
Oh. I'll send you some down. I don't think we have that issue up here.
Can't find Gatorade in the stores?
Yeah, the Gatorade thing. We got the Gatorade back, but yeah.
You got it back.
It's wild being in the industry and then hearing about like how hard it is to find plastic and then glass. Like, you can't find vinegar in a glass bottle now because there's a shortage on glass.
Oh my god.
It's wild.
Just have Superman heat up some sand. Isn't that how it
There
works?
you go. There you go. Just get out there with a hairdryer.
This is where we need you. Fly over there and pick up our Christmas presents.
Speaking of which, I got my booster shot today. That was exciting.
Good for you. You got the kids shot yet?
No, they're not eligible.
Oh, that's right. I forgot it's 5 and up. So my kid just turned 5 today. Yeah. We would love to take him to the I always say the vet, the pediatrician, to get a shot, but they said they're not getting in until January. So we can take him to CVS, but the concern is that the person administering the shots is not used to giving shots to kids. Okay. So they may make it a traumatizing experience. So it's like weighing the risk of like, do we wait until the next year? And then we're gonna have a new baby in the house. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. He's been fine so far. He's not like going into different circles. So
right, and that's you guys already went through your peak where everyone was indoors anyway with the summer, and now you guys are looking at the downturn of it. Whereas my area is looking at the upswing because everyone's going indoors.
Oh no. Stay strong.
But needless to say, I got mine. Quick, effortless.
Yeah.
All set. I left feeling I was like, you know what? Jab me with whatever. I don't care.
That's what I say.
At this point, I don't care.
I'll go in once a week, whatever you want to stick in. I trust you.
I don't care.
Whatever. So you turn a little green, whatever.
I'm already a little yellow.
That's right. You're positively glowing.
There we go.
We got to turn the lights off and see if you glow in the dark.
Oh, the Boglin will glow in the dark.
Oh, can we see that? Maybe at the end of the show.
We can try. Yeah, at the end of the show. Put him up.
So what was it? 2 weeks ago was Hasbro Pulse Con.
Yep.
One of the items was the Pudgy Pig from Power Rangers Lightning Collection. People were upset, including myself, that the figure was very expensive. It was like almost $60, especially when originally the price was much lower. I think it was like $40 or something. This figure is now going to be available at retail for $30.
Yeah.
the only difference
without many of the accessories that were coming with the exclusives that you don't necessarily need.
No, not even many. There were 3 pieces of food and then the lunchbox. I think that's it. Because you still get the fork and knife, the giant fork and knife. You still get the little lightning effect that I don't even care about.
Okay.
And you still get the pig. The pig is the main thing. I could buy 2 of these for the price of one of the Hasbro Pulse version. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. So I do wonder if a lot of people ended up canceling their Hasbro Pulse order because they revealed this very quickly. I think actually somebody found it in Target's system. Yeah. So I don't know that Hasbro wanted this out there, but I also think somebody already found this at retail. So it's not like it was a secret or like it wasn't going to be a secret.
All this system diving that people are just like blatantly like, ordering. It's like, oh, this might be something I want under the G.I. Joe classified line. I better order it. Or by Star Wars, it's a code name for one of their figures. I better order it. And then it comes and it's exactly what you want it to be. So
well, you got to take the shot because this is how it's working with the NECA Farmhouse Set. That was in Walmart system for a long time. You could order it. You didn't know what it was. NECA played coy and was like, I don't know. We're not making that. And then now they're making it. Obviously, this is what it was the whole time. People,
there were a couple of Clone Wars figures that I ordered from Walmart, and they didn't have anything. It was just a Clone Wars figure, and I ordered those, and they wound up being General Grievous and Mace Windu from the Clone Wars Black Series line. So those
that new one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the packaging, it's based on those. Who is it's the what's that Clone Wars refer to, like the director's name or something?
Oh, don't ask me
it's
that.
T something. Yeah.
He did Samurai Jack.
Right. So these are like they're the realistic sculpts, like the existing sculpts, but the colors are reminiscent of that cartoon.
Right. So
I've never seen that
all
cartoon.
Blue and white. Oh, you watched one because we went and visited a friend.
Okay. I don't remember
when it first debuted. So we watched the first episode because I was like, we gotta watch this.
It's sort of forgotten.
It's on I think it's on Disney Plus now.
I think it is too.
It's worth a watch. It's pretty decent. It's much better than Star Wars Visions, I would say.
It's more action, right? Like that's the style. It's like very, very fun fight scenes.
A lot of fun fight scenes, a lot of seeing characters do jumps that are well beyond the realms of physics and But yeah, I would give it a shot. The first season, the episodes are only 5 minutes apiece.
Right.
I think it caps out at like 60 minutes maybe
for the whole run.
For the first season.
Yeah.
And then the second season, I believe they bumped them up to 10 minutes. So like you could probably get through it in like a whole 2 hours, and they're cohesive. The second season especially is consistent and tells one long story leading right up to the episode 3.
Was there ever the intention to continue this series, or was it always like filler before they got to the CGI Clone Wars series?
This was prior to the CGI Clone Wars. So there were ideas to get this incorporated into it, but once Disney bought it, they were like, no, we can't really do much with any of this. And it came close to actually, not even having Clone Wars as canon, but somehow it was saved.
Huh.
But this is no longer considered canon in the eyes of Disney.
Well, that's interesting that Hasbro can even make these toys then. It's not canon.
Yeah. Speaking of toys being made, we got to touch base on Playmates. Bringing out more.
Yeah.
And not just classic Turtles, but now they're hitting the 2000 line as well.
Okay, yeah. They are I wonder if they have very limited access to these molds, and this just happens to be what's left. Because you could still go to probably Five Below in some states and find these original figures.
Which original figures?
From the Nick series?
Those aren't from the Nick series, are they?
Yes, the one that has Shredder and Splinter.
Really?
Yes, those are from the first Nick series.
Why did I think they were from the 2000 series, like the early 2000 series? Oh, okay. I was worried.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are from the most recent, the CGI Nick series.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 2 series ago. Yeah.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Why do you, I don't know. They're not readily available, but also why, I don't think there's a lot of interest in these. It's sort of a choice, but I guess we'll see.
I mean, they're missing out on a huge market. Bring Scratch back out. Bring,
I know.
Make a really good set of hard to find figures.
Yeah. Well, they probably just don't have the molds.
Yeah.
They
got the sports figures. How did they get all the sports figures?
I don't know. They just randomly have certain things. They don't want to invest the money in remaking these like Hasbro did with the real Ghostbusters. They're just like, if we have it, we'll make it. If we don't,
Oh well.
Too bad. Oh well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The sports figures are cool. There's only 4 of them.
Yep.
I don't know that. Depending, the last set was really pretty cheap. If these are cheap, maybe I'll get them. But
well, I know they showed up at Target, and I think I had a couple coupons. I managed to get that movie set down to like $25.
Oh my god, yeah, that was pretty cheap to begin with. I did get that one, even though I hate them. I hate them so much. Everything about that re-release, the colors, the incorrect weapons. This Splinter is the wrong mold.
Yes, the Splinter is terrible.
Everything is terrible about them.
It's bad all around.
I have them in a box stowed away, and I found them the other day, and I was just like, ugh, why? Why did they make these? Why did I buy them? Ugh. So, yeah, this is just what this is their Playmates. This is their model, their business model now, just re-releasing Ninja Turtles.
Until the next thing comes out.
They should do a poll based on all of the potential figures that they have access to and see what people want.
Yeah, they should.
They should. That would be some good fan service. But that's not what Playmates does. That's not their business model. Anything else for this week? I think we hit all of our predetermined news topics. Yes. Did you have a nice Halloween?
We did. Mm-hmm. We went trick-or-treating. As you would do on Halloween.
As one does, yes.
As one does. My son was the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
I saw that.
Very popular costume. Everyone really got a kick out of it.
Great.
We got the standard Michelin Man comments, which were great.
People weren't joking. They were
they were quite serious.
Man. Wow.
Oh, it's the Michelin Man.
Do they even do that anymore?
I think he's around. I don't know. I don't think he's been canceled yet.
I just don't think they are actively. I don't know. I've heard some stories. I don't think they are actively using the. Our Collector's Crush video is 5 views away from 500 on YouTube.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's definitely.
It's doing better than the Rancor.
It is. It's doing better than the Rancor. Keeping pace.
My daughter was Sky again. She was Sky last year, and she had several costumes. She's always had several costumes. So
Sky from Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol, yes. Mm-hmm. So a mismatch. I tried to wear my flight suit. I could not fit into it. So now I am dieting.
Along that same vein, I ordered one of the belts, the fabric pistol belts, and it was supposed to be 42 inches long. It did not fit. It barely fit. Definitely was not going to fit around that bulky flight suit. So I'm right there with you.
So I got in the flight suit, my original flight suit, and I couldn't zip it up. And I was like, this isn't going to happen. So now
this is a sign.
I had a moment of clarity. Yep, it was a sign.
Yeah.
A lot of signs this week.
You should just buy a bigger suit. That's much easier.
No, it's just denying a fact that. So I've been having a lot of smoothies. Smoothies are good.
Yeah.
Reincorporated yogurt back into my life.
Yogurt, keep you regular.
Yeah, sure.
I started during this pregnancy that my wife is going through. I started cooking, which is something I've never done before. So I'll cook myself fish or chicken.
There you go.
For dinner, so I can control how much salt I'm putting into it. But usually,
what was Charlie, a maker?
For Halloween? Yeah, he was like a construction worker.
Okay.
We made it a group costume. I got the construction hat, and my wife had it's bump, her shirt because she's pregnant. And it was funny because we were walking down the street on our neighborhood, and coming the opposite direction was a family of 4, each dressed as construction cones, those orange cones. Oh, so we got a picture of Charlie with them. What a random meet cute with these construction cones.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Odd costume choice, but whatever.
Well, there's a story behind it because they are the one house that used to be surrounded by woods, but they are now constructing houses on that property. So they're completely surrounded by construction. So this is their way of like sort of being bitchy about it. Being like, yeah, we're that family. Yep, that's us.
Protest.
We're
lovely.
They said they were leaning into it, but it just sort of seems like they're displeased. But that's
So we went to Groton. We didn't go to Shirley. Groton started their Halloween at 5, so it was still light out, which was good.
Sure.
And then we got out of there by 6 when the bigger kids started coming through and trampling all the little kids. So it was good.
Yeah. We went up and down our street, went around to the next street, and then we knew there was a good neighborhood down the way a little bit. The original plan was to walk down there, but as I mentioned, my wife was pregnant. She did not want to walk. So we drove to and she let us out, and she drove alongside us for a little while until she found a place to park. And then Charlie ended up saying he was tired and he just wanted to go home. So we're not even there that long.
No,
but it was a fun time.
About 20 houses. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was
had that much fun trick or treating in quite some time.
Much better this year than last year. More people participating.
Sure.
And next year should be even better. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, everyone was so friendly up in our neck of the woods. They were like, "We've got hot apple cider and treats for the dogs and anything else that you can think of." I was like, "Oh wow, that was quite nice."
It sounds like the guy from Frozen who offers them a sauna. I don't know, just the way you said that. Charlie, at one point, we rang the doorbell on a house, and the person did not come to the door right away. Yeah. So they did eventually come, and Charlie, the first thing he says when they open the door is, "Where were you? What took you so long?" And we're just like, okay, listen, we don't know this. We don't know this kid. He was just here.
Yeah. Who are you? Pay no attention to this.
We didn't teach him that.
Likely costumed parents here.
Yeah, we just happened. We were with the cones, and we just
with
saw
the
this
cones.
Kid.
Yeah, we're just behind.
We're with the cone people. Yeah.
You had a lot of success with your Halloween mannequin. I saw that.
So I had this foam left over from a mattress topper, and I just had this inspiration to cut it out in the shape of my child, so I could dress it in his clothes. And I situated it on the chair with like holding a bowl of candy, and it worked really well. It really looked like a little person.
It looked like it did. You had it set up with your Ring camera, so you got to
right in front of the Ring camera.
Examine the footage.
So everyone that came up, there was one kid, he started walking towards him, and he literally said, nope, and just went away. He didn't even get the candy.
Saw that kid.
That was the best one. That made it all worth it. There you
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Well, anything else for this one?
Nothing.
All right. Another banger of an episode. If you're not already following us on social media, do it. Figure it out. Reluctant Adult Podcast. We're on there. You know what we say? We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
So we're just gonna keep talking a little bit for a second here, because this is the point where I put up the two related videos so that people can like if they listen to all the way to the end,
like that,
then you can click like most recent video, or I can choose what goes here. So I don't want to cover our faces too early from the other part. But
I getcha.
Yeah.